I think I got to there when my iPad decided to fill up and cut out on me. So that's the sort of last page you saw. Well, I did go ahead and just start this. You know, I've done same as before, just stamp that one, and I've done a little cluster here, which I'm just going to add some gems. And that was when I realised it was full up and was not taping anymore. So I'm going to put a few gems around just to brighten that up. Placement, oh, I think there. Or shall I put them down the middle? I quite like them. I might actually put one there. And then I'm going to have to move that one though. He's too... I'll put him over there. Oh. They're alive this morning. There. That's just a really nice bit of paper that I like. I think my sister done that one and I just nabbed it when I was over there one day. And it was just something about it I really liked. So I said, I need that piece of paper. So, and I think I went along and sprayed some of the pages with the green that I was using previously, which I haven't got it here. I don't think I got much left actually. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, that one. Honeydew. So these I got very cheap. And, okay, there's hardly any left now. So I just sort of sprayed around there. This is something that I've already put in there. So that is going to be stuck down. And I've had to chuck out my sponges. I've got some other ones here. I have got new ones. I've got some multicoloured ones. I've got pink ones and that because they were starting to perish. But I've had them for 18 months. So can't be bad. Oh, I don't want that one. I have the lighter one because that is going to be too dark. Have tea. Yeah. Husband's doing a handrail. It's classic. It really is. I've literally just started to do a video. It's still quite dark. How's that? That's okay. We'll sort it. Oh dear. It's funny. Oh. Okay, well I'm just going to heat set those a bit and then I'm going to use a little bit of gesso because it did go too dark for me. So I think that was a comment somebody made. Now I actually just read it about, oh, nothing ever goes wrong for you. I said it does, but it's been quite good lately. And yeah, that's too dark. So, but this is a good way for me to show you how to get out of it. Gesso. It's gesso time. Credit card or store card, or this is just one of those cards that you have to go in places. I didn't have my acetate over there, did I? See? All going wrong today. You've jinxed me. It just shows I'm human. There we go. Let's dry that off a bit. And that's dulled that down nicely. Okay, it's all dry. I'll do a little bit of stamping. Oh yes, I meant to say, when I ordered the other ones of these ones that I wanted, I ended up getting these. So watch your size if you order them, because I thought, oh, that's a good deal. There's, you know, so many of them for, I can't remember the price, it was a while ago, and I got the little ones. But yeah, they come in handy. They're like the little finger doorbells, aren't they? So they're great, but like I say, watch the sizing. All right. Okay, stamping. Just text stamp and random. I'm covering that bit there, so I'll get some out here. And we'll actually carry on through there. And a little bit on here. And that's quite, you know, there's a lot going on there where I'd done the tea staining, or I actually spritzed through a stencil there on that page. Yeah, and let's have a look. I have my numbers somewhere. I tend to put this in everything now. Just love it. It's all little tiny stamps I put together myself. Right, that's going to go there. I might put that up there. No more of that. I want Dream though. I'm going to put Dream sort of over that flower, really, there. Make sure it's not too lumpy there. I'll press hard, so hopefully it'll work. If not, we'll be covering it up. That's okay. Just, you can see it. And then that will go there. Make sure there's some of that hanging over the page, which I think looks great. And here, thought I'd cut one of these out to go on that page. I can't remember what kit this come from. They've been hanging around a while though. Oh, these are so stiff, these scissors. God, that's my foot. Where did that turn up from? God, I lost that ages ago. And I had to buy this one because I lost that one. Yes. Is it not fairies, is it? I thought the fairies come in at night, but apparently they're not mischievous. It's the pixies. So, yeah, I've got pixies. And then I'm going to stick this down, which I was supposed to have done anyway. Yeah, sometimes I'll put a bit of lace down there, but I won't. So it's getting pretty thick. Okay, it's just a little flip out there. And I've got this from Tina. Thank you very much, Tina. Love it. So he's going to go there. It's a little envelope, look. I need a holding page. So that's going to go in this one. Oh. It's going to go there. Perfect. And then we've got a little tuck spot. Oh, can't have him. We need to see his eyes. Right. That's there. I know it's a very similar colour, but quite fancy. It's going to have to be down there again, isn't it? No, I'm going to move. Sorry, I'm just looking here because I've been down there, that one. So I need to move somewhere else. So we might do a central one there. I quite fancy something hanging down, but as I'm only using my beats. We need a bit of colour. We need definitely maybe some spots or something, because that's all quite. What colour have we got there? We've got pink there, haven't we? That might work. Sorry, I might be out of frame there. I was only tearing the paper. Some people don't like the edges of this. I actually do, because I quite like that effect where it picks up the ink. But if you don't like them, tear away from you and you don't get them. Tear forward to get them, away to not get them. That's got to go that way. That looks like a pot, doesn't it? And it looked a bit odd going that way. It might be too big. Okay, wait, I'm just going to go and stick that together, okay, and I'll be back in a minute. Oh, I've got to use this too. That's the mop-up cloths. Well, no, my sister was right. I took a load of cloths. I said, what should we do with these? And she stuck 3 together and sewed them all together, and then she die cut them. And I think they've turned out really good. But I'll put that somewhere else. I'm definitely going to use that, because that reminds me of what we done. Right, I shall be back in a minute. Okay, I think it's safe for a minute. So I've just got a paper clip on that holding the glue down there, and then I just put a little quote, because I've found a few bits and pieces. I'm so low on them now. I must print out some more. So I've got a few. I've got a little pile here that I want to use. But I've got that April one, so that's got to go in here somewhere. So there's a few bits and pieces that I've sorted out my bags. Most of them are autumn, actually. Autumn and sunflower quotes, and I think this come from the sunflower one. But I thought, no, I'll use that in here because I quite like that. Right, so we're here, and Tim Holtz. Honestly, I've had this die so long and I haven't used it yet. I'm ashamed to say. And I think that was one of the first original ones that I cut out, and I just haven't used it. So do something. I'm gonna stamp over that, do something with it, and I'm gonna use it. Next page. Cool. There's a bit more there. Just a little bit there. It's a bit empty, isn't it? had the darker one on there, so that was the vintage photo. I can't believe I haven't used it. It's really bad. Because I love it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I'm not sure whether he's finished drilling holes in some wood, but anyway, so what I'm going to do here is I've got a piece of vellum, alright, and I've got a little pressed flower, so I thought I would stick that under there and sew round black stitching, because on the book I've got black stitching on the envelope. Oh, just do a little dot first. There, like that. And just put a little bit in that corner. And what I'm going to do here, because I'm not going to stitch at the top, is I'll run a very little bead of glue on that edge. Yeah, you've got to be very careful with vellum, as you know. You will see the glue. And if it doesn't work, then just stitch around it and hide it. Oh, I need to go in that corner more. Okay, just adds a little bit of interest to those. Right, go and stitch around the whole thing. There we go, and I'm going to stick that in now. I'm trying not to touch the bottom because it'll still be wet. Alright, let's have a look. Right, stamping. It's a bit big, is it? Nope, but that's it there, nice. There we go. Okay, I'm going to cut out . Sorry, Dragonfly, just cut your legs off. They're too skinny to put in there. Alright, it's going to take a bit to get the backing off, I think. I'll put him there. There we go. Oh, I need something on the top there. Let's have a look. See what we got. Yeah. I'll be so sad when this finishes. I have to find some more wool like it. So it's only knitting yarn, but oh, it's just lovely. It's just got a bit of sparkle to it, but and it doesn't give too much bulk to your tags. Yeah, these tags I haven't released yet, actually. I started doing them a while ago, then I got into something else and forgot about them. So they might be a freebie soon on the Facebook group. I might post them this week because I'm over 2,000 members, 2,033 today. And I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't even realise I'd gone past 2,000. So I'm gonna put some tags out, do some few bits different this week. Right, I think that's fine. That's all done. Just need to ink up these, I think. Right, what was we doing here? Oh yeah, I was going to make pockets out of these. I was going to glue these down and make a little pocket with something coming out of that way, this one, because I think that it's both a bit thin, and I think that would look quite nice. And we've got a tag, they're going to say a pocket going that way. And I'm going to do the other one exactly the same as well. Okay, and one of my little bit boxes, look what I've done. I've tidied it a bit and I've put the lace on these. I thought, I can't bear looking at it anymore. I want to do them all like that eventually. Wouldn't it be nice? It'd make me happy if they were all on these, all hung up in front of me. I'll get there, bit by bit. Right, this one, yep, is what we made in Junk in the Trunk, one of them. And the sun's come out, yay. Just hold that down there. So I think, I'm not sure how long this one will be, this video, but there's not too much to go now. So we've got to do that. That's already got sorted really. Something there perhaps. And then we get put something here with some flowers. I think I quite fancy a flower coming off the page there, somewhere like a quite big flower. Don't know why, but I do. Because I thought, well, I haven't really got any big flowers. And then we've sort of done that page, didn't we? And so we need to sort that spread out. And this one here. And then that's all done. So not too much at all. Yeah, I quite like the way that's looking now. So let's see if I can find a journaling card or something hanging around. I know I've got loads. Oh, look at that. That fits in there. So that was over from the spring kit. So I'm going to stitch something on the top of that one. Yeah, see what we got for in here. So it's just loads of things hanging around. Oh. I know it's too big, but we could cut that one down. And that does blend in lovely with all that going on. Oh, that's from... that might go under there actually, because I have left a hole there. That was from Karen O'Reilly. Thank you, Karen. I think that found its way. Oh, look at all these bits of paper. That was a card I got off someone. That would go, sorry, I'm just thinking of the purple there. That would go there. Quite fancy using that somewhere. That blends in nicely there, so that's going to go somewhere there. Yeah, just want to glue it in. Yeah, right. And these are, I don't know if we can find a space for those. They're just hanging around. Oh, I got a bit of that as well. We could make something out of. Yep, cut the other bird off. Yep, that might come in handy. I'll leave that now right by the side of me, so I can look at it to remind me to use it. I think I found the flower I wanted to use somewhere. Was it here, wasn't it? I just thought I'll put that in there. I think that might look quite, might just spots, we'll see. That don't normally work. But I might have another one like that somewhere, because I have loads of them, which I will show you what I mean. Because I think it's a bit embarrassing. This is all my card making stuff. Yeah, pretty bad, isn't it? And it's just literally just bunged in here. I just fancy a flower. Yeah, sorry I might have blinded you there with all that. Well, I think I found it. I found these that will blend in nicely. So I think we'll use some flowers instead of butterflies now. And I've got one of those nice ones, but like I say, I've had that most probably 10 years. All right, so, but I'm also keeping this one here because I quite like those little flowers. So definitely gonna keep them in there and use some flowers now. Should put some flowers down here too, look. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and stitch that on. Okay, just stitch that on and it goes in there. Perfect. Right, let's sort. So we've got to do a tag in here. So let's about, I reckon about there. Take that off. And if you wanted to write on the back of this, then it's gesso time. Quick dry. Right, and then I usually go over the middle a bit more, and that creates a faded out effect, which I quite like. Okay, sort that out in a minute. I'm just going to use this bit of gesso up. And what I will do, because I'm not going to write on the back, but that's, you know, you could have a little bit of writing space there. I will stamp on the back. I'm going to put the story begins, I think, right in the middle. Potting soil for that one. Slightly darker than what we've been using. There. Okay. So that's just made, yeah, very quick tag. That was something that was definitely lying around. Yeah, I think that was when I done the botanical journal, wasn't it? I used those. Oh. Ooh, can't waste that. Right, so over this page. I really like that. Got that bit left from that card there. I'm literally going to put that in because I actually really like that. So this is going to stick down. Right, flower time. Right, that's on the other page. Decided, didn't we? I'm not really like a major flower person. I tend to like nature things really, but this looks nice and grungy, doesn't it? And I think because I know we've got spots, but we've got a break and then more spots. That's okay. Can live with that. Well, I think I might need just something to hold that down for a minute. Minus the glue. Give them a squish down. There. And I did have gems somewhere, didn't I? I've used them. Here we are. Yeah, just gessoed and then stamped over it. All right, so that can become now, because we had a bit of a tuck there. All right, that'll become a little journaling spot. We can, a secret one, once we do this. So I thought I would stick, because I had that over, you know, from one of that was a spring kit. I was stained all up and everything, which makes it look quite grungy. So I thought I'd use some of that in here, because it's going, it actually goes in with that guest check. And then I cut out one of the colour palettes out of here to go along there on the guest check, and also some of that was, you know, out of that page. So, and I thought that all blended in beautifully. So this bit here first, let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to stick that on the page first. I think I've got one more left of those. I had 3 that was hanging around, so don't know where I put the other one yet. I've already inked it up a bit, so save a bit of time. Oh, I need to just put a little bit there. I'm going to ink up that one. I used tea, I think, for that. I also went ahead and stamped a few of the pages. That one under there, while it was out, I just stamped over that as well. So, okay, it's nicely in, then that pops out like that. Okay, right, what I was going to do here, I want that there. This I was going to make into most probably a bit of a tag. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stick that on, okay, and then make sure it's the same width. Cut that top off and then mount that onto a piece of thin card, and then may add a little strip of lace across that bit there. There we go. So I stitched around, okay, and I stitched it onto one of those that's been hanging around. Yep, I'll stitch it onto the back of that. And then I'll just put a tiny bit of lace, you know, a very simple card. But what I thought I would do to here, there's some nice little flowers in the background that are quite delicate. And I'm just going to use this bit like a zig pen, but it's very, very fine. We get them in the UK. Here, Quickie glue pen. It's a pinpoint roller, so it's very fine. So I'm just going to add a bit of that glue there, just to give that a little bit of a sparkle, really. I need 5. So I'll just put one there. I'm not sure whether that's a flower, but it'll look like one. And then use some glitter. This is the Glamour Dust we get here, but it's like an iridescent glitter. I used to use this in my card making, so yes, I got a lot of it. But it's because it's so subtle, all right? And that's just put on there just to give it a bit of a lift. I don't know whether you can see. Let's have a look. You can see it glistening. There we are. Just poke in there like that. Yeah, and then I should put a little pin in there. Paper clip. I've got one here. And just do a quick one here, because I say that was just decoupage napkin over that. Guess check. All right, that's all that was. Just ink up those edges there. Oops. Glue. I thought, what do I need? Glue down those sides there. I'm going to glue up this. Not glue up. Ink up this. Glue up this. Oh dear. Because I want that underneath. Didn't get that time to dry, did I? Let's have a look. Let's see where we want it. At the top. I quite fancy that. Yep. And I'm going to glue that right down, okay? Only because we've got, like I've said before, we've got loads in here. Don't need any more tuck spots than what we got. And if I put anything, I'm not going to put anything in the pocket at the moment, but if I do, and when I do, it'll be something plain, all right, because we've got quite a lot going on, so you need something plain in there. Actually, it would be quite nice if we had a little vellum tag, something like that, which we could make, no problem. I'm going to double a piece of vellum over, yeah. I think we'll be all right here. Right, I'm going to stitch around that. Okay. Right, so I stitched around it, ran it through the embossing plate, you know, for the Big Shot to get a bit of texture on that. Alright, well, it's turned out lovely. Then I'm going to, I think, well, then, so that looks nice in there, and it's, I like that, it's nice. And I got a little cornflower, looks like a cornflower, and I definitely need to use those because I've had them a while. I'm going to ink it up. I'm just going to, and I've got a little break in my brad there, my grommet, because I don't know what happened, but it broke. So that will do both things. And cover up a boo-boo. Just need to clip that on though until it's dry. Okay, a very simple tag, but like I say, there's a lot going on in the background, so I'm keeping that one plain. Yeah, it would have looked quite nice actually if this was sort of here, just a little bit on the side there, but that's what's happened now, and I'm gonna live with it. Right, that one's okay, done that. That's all done. All right, so we're here now. We're back to here. Yeah, we've just got those to do and finish that page. Yep. Okay. Oh gosh, lovely. Right. What I decided here, if I can find another one, I had these flowers of my sister. I don't think I can find another one. I had these massive, great big, massive, great big flowers, which I thought I might have ripped. That had a lot of white around them. They were very, very shiny. I've trimmed them down, which that's okay. When we stick it down, it's no problem. But I've cut around it. Okay, and I actually doled it down with matte medium. Okay, this is the one I use. All right, it's one of the cheapest. It's quite thin. I love it, just for this sort of thing. All right, and it's like one of the cheapest. I've got thick ones as well, which I do use, but I really, really like that one for gluing down as well, and all sort of mixed media work. So I actually put it on top of there, and we've got away from that shine now. Okay, so I thought, and this was, wanted to use that anyway, about the magic, so, which was create your own magic, which I do want to use that. This was a bit more cut off of what we've just used, that page there, and a bit of jute, and just all I've done was stitch around it, that's all. Nothing exotic. And I thought, here we go there, and this is just going to be like a glue page, if you know what I mean. I quite fancy that there, and then maybe the words here. Yeah, and I quite like that because that's blended in nice with that, and it's also blended in nice with that pink there. So I'm going to put that on the top. Should we have it going across that way? I want it so that it's from corner to over there, like that. Because we've got I didn't mind that so much, the lightness there, because I've got a little bit of whitey going on here, and I think that just sort of picks up quite nicely there. And I've got old places here where there's little bits of negative space, so I can live with that. And then oh, it's already got sticky stuff on the back, so that's handy. I'm going to put magic down there. Right, and because this is Hessian, all right, and I've got a sticky back on here, I will add a little bit of glue too. All right, because sometimes that sticky stuff doesn't always stick to jute very well, or double-sided tape I should say. Sticky stuff. Okay. Still haven't found my tweezers, my good ones. Yeah, let's cut the buttons would have been nice on there, but I think we're getting a bit thick, so yeah, no, I like that. That's fine. We do that, yeah, just a bit of stamping on there, or I might ink up the page just a little bit, not much, because I want to keep it quite light. Just a bit. I've got some sparkly gold going on in the background there. Right, so we've got to, I'll leave that there like that for a minute, because we've got to finish off here with something. Let's have a look. That green is really picked up from there. That's quite good because we already done the green and then I put the blue there, didn't I? But it's really picked up from that. So we've got to, so I might actually use that because that is just hanging around. Yeah, I'm gonna, but I'm gonna add a tiny bit of blue in that background, which I think I'll do with the Tim Holtz. Might be all right. We shall see. Let's get a wet wipe. I might even use a bit of gesso actually. Yeah. This was a way of just trying to get some of the colours in there when you sprayed the wrong colour, but the green is still lovely and I still want a bit of green in there, so because like I said it picks up with the stems of the flowers. I'm just going to do that and then I'm going to go over a little bit more and I'll re-stamp a little bit if I have to. Just want that to go off the page a bit. Because this is the only colour I've got, all right, and it was a little bit dark, but I still wanted it to be sort of lighter. And because I didn't gesso the page first, it sort of soaked into the page a bit. So by putting the gesso now over the top, put that into the background. Okay, now going over the top of that, we should have some darker tones coming through. So I'll go up there, because we know the tag's here, just a bit. And then this will be really easier, to blend out because we've used gesso, yeah. I'm liking that, and I'll dry that off because it's wet wipe, and then I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Okay, right, again, I'm going to use Toffee Crunch. Right, I know we've got to darken that one down a bit. That's brought some blue in, yep. No idea where my tag's gone, but I bet you can see it, yep. And I reckon I'm just going to have a little bit of that here. I've just got a bit of a gap, so a bit of texture there. Right, there we are. While I was finding me a bit of gauze or muslin, I found a bit of that, which I thought would blend in nicely up here with this. And I've got this little bit of trim that I thought I might use out of my little bag, because I literally, that stamp shouldn't be in there. I sorted it all the other day. I thought it's no good. When I done my ribbons, this was what was left with all the odd bits. So, and yeah, so I thought I would do like a little bit of a ruffle with that underneath. So I need to go to the sewing machine and do that, I'm afraid, because I tend to do it all together. So I want that as a ruffle. So I might have to do the ruffle first. Do I want black stitching? No, I don't. I want cream. So I will ruffle that up first, yeah, which will be ruffled. Then this will be underneath. The ruffle will go on the top like so. That will go actually under the ruffle as well, yeah, so it's just a bit more texture. And then I've got one of these that I do and I pull my threads out and I knot them together, and that's going to go on the top of there somewhere. All right, I hope you understand that. So I'll come back when it's all stitched together. All right, that's done. So like I said, I've done the ruffle first, and then I stitched all that together. Okay, and then I just glued that on the top. All right, because that's too thick for the sewing machine to go, could break your needle. All right, so it's all raggedy, and then we'll trim off once it's stuck down. So you can see that, quite simple, but I think that's blended in nice with what's going on there. And it's quite nice because it's, you know, it's brought that nice green colour that we use there. And I want some on the bottom of the page there. Right, what I'm going to do, we've got a little bit here that's hanging down. I'm actually, as I find, you know, where the lace is finished, there's a little gap there. So I'm going to sort of ruche it up a little bit and stick that in there somehow. Sort of, so I can fill that hole. Well, it's not really a hole, but yeah. This may look like it. Like that. And then just trim off all that, and then stick that down as well. Sometimes I quite like the ones where you put the grommet here and then you have something dangling from that, but we've got quite a lot going on there. So, and I actually quite like all those colours together. And then you still see a little bit of green coming on and up here, so that's good, and a bit of blue. And that's brought that page together, I think. Be a totally different colour. I mean, I would not have used those colours together really, but it's worked. And I think what works about it is because you age everything else. I'm going to do something different with this. I'm going to gesso, because this is just an old bit of, you know, card that you saw me put in from scrapbook paper. So I'm going to alter that a bit in the background, and then we can put like a little embellishment on, just so that, you know, it just shows you that you can utilize those cards as well that you get, and, you know, all scrapbook paper. So because they're nice weight for a tag or a journaling card, they really are. So I've just glued that on, I haven't stitched it or anything. Right, I'm not going too mad, says me. Still got some on my brush though. I'll go back over this one. Dry that off a bit. Oh, that's nice. I love the way that's picked up there, look. It's great. So I've gone quite grungy with this one because everything's a bit grungy here, so something like that, I think, at the moment. Okay, and this one I'm going to stitch around that there, okay, and around the whole thing. I might have to just lift that up and move that to the side while I do the top there. Here we have it. Just bits of paper just all put together, and a bit of old scrapbooking card, adjusted out a bit just to make it look quite grungy, and it's going in there like that, and that's it. So I'm going to do a bit of a decoration here, and I'm going to do something over on this page here. I know I've got this butterfly, that half a butterfly. I think I used the other half for something. Oh, is it upside down, or is that the right way? Yeah, no, it is that way, so that's good. I'm going to put him there. Yeah, so I'll leave that in there. I'll use that up. Right, what I've done here is similar to what I do usually. You know, when I got a minute or at the end of the day and I got bits of fabric around, I will stitch them together, okay, like that. I mean, I hadn't done this previously. I'd done this because I used a bit that was already done, and like that. Sorry, it's not stuck down yet. So that was already done. That's what I do, if you can see. All right, and they make good bases for anything. And I thought that I'm going to use that flower that we made out of the mop-up cloths. That's the wet wipes. Okay, so I'm going to use that for that one. And because I've used, oh, that'll go down back there, I think. And because I used that, I just put this one together with a bit of gold, you know, scraps, like my scrap box, you know. I've got loads of bits in here that I just, little end bits. I mean, I like this one here, look. You know, it's not really big enough to make as a top of a tag. And this fabric was out of where I'd cut flowers. So I'd use some of that. And then I also just sort of screwed it up like that. Minus that bit of fluff. And put that on there. Then I stitched it, and then I just trimmed it. So I've got a little bit of a thing going on the top there. That's all I've done on the top of that one. But like I say, that's all where we die cut all the flowers out. And you can see the shape there now. So yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do chuck things away. But that really nice, you know, and it's the same as that bit of gold. Do you see what I mean? It went together so beautifully. And I keep all these bits to do the snippet journal covers, you know, and things like that. My sister does some amazing ones. Absolutely amazing covers out of snippets. But I started doing it since I'd seen her do it. So I think it's great. Right, so I've done that one. I thought that would look nice here. Yeah, and then we've got a little bit green there, and then there. And then this is... again, this is washi tape, and I just put that onto a bit of card. That was off of the cut off from something earlier we'd used. And then this paper, this book paper, was from Carol when I got her sari ribbon. It was all wrapped up nicely in little bits of book pages. So I'll use that because it's French. So I hope there's nothing naughty words there. So yeah, I thought something like that would be nice. I just ink the top of that one. So that is definitely going to go like so, and then that's going to go there. Okay, we can stick that down. And again, raggeties. I have fun doing these. Do you know, and you do loads of, I'm actually come to the end of them, but you do quite a few of them, and then just put them in a box, a bit like the paper ones. And then, do you know, they really come in handy. And that's that one. See that now? Okay. And that's that done. So on with the next page. Right, this one is what we was gonna. I was gonna close that, you know, do pocket there, like we've done before. Do we need to drop down with that one? I think we do, really. I don't think it's quite straight either, so that is now, yeah. Let's ink the top of that. Well, that's dry. Stick Mr. Butterfly down. This is so long. I can't even remember why I only used half of it. Might have been on a mixed media piece or something. I can't remember. I remember using it. It must be in my book somewhere. And what was we doing here then? Yep, I'll stick that down. There we go, that's all dry, and then that was all hanging around, okay, printed out a while ago. Don't ask me where it come from though. I have no idea. I think that's why it's in where it's in, because I have no idea where that come from. It could be just off the internet, I don't know. So that's why it's going in here, because this is my journal. And yeah, so that's that done. Let's have a look. Yeah, done that. So I think we're all right. I think I did put a sticker somewhere to put something. Ah, here. That's right. So this is one of my favourite sayings. So I'm going to stick that down there. I tend to put this one in everything I do. There we go. Oh, what was this? Oh yeah, I've cut those out, didn't I? But I didn't have nowhere for them to go, really. I don't think, unless they went into one of these. Which they could. I was going to use those holes as well. Yeah, I think that one would look quite nice. Yep, he'll look nice in there. So let's do that one. Does a little head poke out. Right, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So it's the walkthrough now. I'm sure I'll find something I haven't done though.